bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. They say in vino veritas, to that I say let's raise a glass. Welcome back to Got Knowledge, where you'll not only brush up on your blind tasting skills, but also enhance the enjoyment of your next glass of wine. My name is DeniZe, your virtual partner in wine. Now that we know what tannin feels like, where does it come from? Does it come from A, the stems, B, the skins, C, the pips, or D, from barrels? Well, actually, all of the above. And although the tannin in a very young Bordeaux will cause your eyes to screw up into the back of your head, it's tannin that will give wine the potential for a long and profitable life, where acidity is the key to longevity in great whites. The key to longevity in great reds is tannin. You might ask whether tannin plays a role in whites. The answer? Not usually, since pips, stems, and skins don't play an important role in the making of white wine. However, if you order a white wine and find yourself checking its color because the inside of your mouth is beginning to pucker, you're probably drinking a white that has been given the rough treatment when the juice was extracted from the grape. And as a result, a certain amount of tannin from the pips and stems is released into the grape juice. You'll find this in cheap Italian whites. Oh, by the way, whites that leave that tannin-like pucker in your mouth are not called tannic. They're called astringent. Would you believe that our first encounter with tannin took place long before our very first sip of red wine? Really, it's true. Just think back to your first cup of tea as a child. For our first exercise, let's pour ourselves a bracing cup of cold black tea. But remember to take a nice sip and savor the flavor. If you steep the tea nice and long, the tongue should pick up some acidity, then some bitterness, followed by that telltale puckering of the gums and the inside of the cheeks. 3 sensations going on at once. How cool is that? Now let's compare the tannin in a young Bordeaux to the tannin in tea. For this exercise, I am using a 2006 Château Léoville Barton Saint-Julien Deuxième Cru. This baby will not be of age until 2017. In uncorking a baby Bordeaux, I had the feeling that I'm about to commit statutory grape. And on the internet, no less. Now, how would you rate the tannin's pucker power in the young Bordeaux compared to the tea? Less, the same, or more? For me, it was pretty much the same. Now let's compare the tannins in the same Bordeaux with the tannins in a quality Cabernet from California. For this exercise, I am using a 2007 Napa Valley Freemark Abbey Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, how would you compare the pucker power of the Californian to the young Bordeaux? Less, the same, or more? For me, the Californian is definitively smoother. Although all reds have tannin, it's the varieties with the most pips and the thickest skins that will have higher amounts of tannin in the must. The varietals for being very tannic are Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Nebbiolo, followed by Barbera, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc for being less tannic. And Pinot Noir is even lower. That concludes tonight's session. Tune in next week for slimline and full-bodied wines. Thank you for joining me. And remember, got knowledge, pass it on. A bottle of red, a bottle of white, it all depends upon your appetite. I'm here next week, so do drop by. Arrivederci, ciao, goodbye.